Hey guys, so a lot of you always ask me to film my brow routine tutorial, like how I fill them in and all that stuff. So I have done this video before, but I wanted to sort of show you an updated version of my brow routine using the new Benefit Cosmetics brow collection. So these are the 3 products that I use today. This one I don't use as much, but I just wanted to show you guys how I would use it. And the Gimme Brow and the Eyebrow brow gel are my favorite. I have been using these nonstop. I absolutely love them so much. So I wanted to show you my updated brow routine, and yeah, so I used these products to fill in my brows, but I do switch up my brow routine once in a while. I'll use other products, like I'll use the Anastasia Dip Brow or the Anastasia Brow Definer, or this brow gel, the Eyebrow brow gel by Benefit, or the Goof Proof, I think that's the name, the brow pencil by Benefit. So I do like to switch up my brow products just because I like to try different things, but the technique and how I fill in my brows always stays the same. So I hope you guys sort of get the gist of it and enjoy this video and found it helpful. And yeah, definitely check out the new Benefit Brow collection. I think it's so cool. They have so many different products just for brows, and because brows are such a big trend now, I think it's awesome to have a brand that has just such a large collection just concentrated on brows. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. So if you guys want to see how I fill in my brows, then just keep on watching. So the first product that I'm going into is this Benefit Cosmetics Bravo Conditioning Primer. So now this is what the applicator looks like. A little bit of that gel you can see is coming out through the middle, and they're like kind of little silicone bristles. It says twist once for each brow, but because the product was new, I had to twist a couple more times, but then nothing was coming out, so I had to twist probably about like 30 times before the product actually shot out. So this is going to condition your brows. So if you want to get that fuller, thicker, healthier looking brow, you could apply this at night or just on your bare brows, and then that's it. But because I like to fill in my brows, because you can see I have some sparseness at the outer corner, and I don't really have that nice arch that I really want to achieve. So I'm actually going to use this as a primer, because you can use this as a primer to really extend the wear of your brow products, plus make your brows look fuller. So I'm just going to start applying this through the brow. And obviously it's a clear gel, so you're not really going to see anything, but it is just going to sort of prime and make your brows look a little bit fuller. And now to fill in my brows, I'm picking up the Benefit Cosmetics Eyebrow Cream Gel Brow Color. So now with this product, what I think is really, really cool is that you can actually take out the brush from here and click it into the top, and then you roll it off, and then that becomes your extended brush, because the top little piece can be way too short, and I don't like anything that's really short that I feel like I'm really close to my brow, or like those little mini mascaras. I hate the really small ones. So I think this is really cool that you can apply it onto the top of the lid. So now I'm in the shade number 5, and I'm picking up just the slightest amount first, and I like to just tap it off on the back of my hand. And then what I'm going to do is I like to first line the bottom of my brow first. So I just start right about here, because from here to here I have a lot of fullness and a lot of darkness. I like to start right about here. So what I do on my brows, let me just talk you through. Just before I start right about here, and then fill in the end, start about right out here, and then fill in the arch, and then fill in the front. So that's how I fill in my brows, just because I don't like to accentuate and really darken up this middle area, because it's already dark on its own. So all I do is just really concentrate on my arch mainly. So I'm gonna start drawing a line down here, and let me tell you guys, this brush is absolutely amazing. It is so fine and still such a perfect brush, and because it's so flat, oh, it's amazing. So I'm using a really light hand and really light product first, and then I'll build my way up after. So now here's where my arch is going to be created. So what I do is I like to round off my arch. Like back in the 90s, everything used to be like squared off. I used to have those brows, yes. But now I like to round it off. I think it looks much more delicate, and it just really sort of accentuates the brow. It makes it look really lifted when it's rounded off and it's not too harsh. So what I do is I just lay the brush down and then round that down. So I just laid that brush down and then just connect it to the tail of my brow. And then with whatever is left on the brush, I'll just start filling in my brow. And then because I have a lot more sparseness out here and just no hair basically, I just apply more product out on the outer corner. And then with whatever is left on that brush, I'm now just going to do the front. So what I do is I line the bottom of my brow first. And then just flick that up. That's just going to distribute the product through the front of the brow. So now what I like to do is, if you really want it just nice and harsh like this, you can definitely leave it, but what I like to do is just take a spoolie and just run that through my brow, and that's just going to soften the product just a little bit. And now lastly, to set my brows, I'm picking up the Benefit Cosmetics Gimme Brow. So I also use number 5 in this Gimme Brow. So this is going to really just give your brows that fuller looking brow, and it's just going to really distribute a nice amount of product because these are tinted, so they're going to give your brows a fuller and thicker look as well, even though I don't really need that because my brows are pretty dark and full. But I just wanted to show you, sometimes I do really like to use this through the brow, and if you have a lot of sparseness, this is great to use. So I'm just going to run this just through the brow, and this is going to nicely set the brows as well because it is also long wearing, so it's just going to sort of set all of that product that's on my brow right now. And that's the brow done. You can see I just accentuated the arch of my brow and just filled in a little bit, and it just looks much fuller and just much better filled in than it did before. So there you go, brows done. So this is what my brows look like when they are fully filled in and archified, as I want to say, because my brows don't really have an arch on their own. I don't know. I used to have really full brows, and like, you know, when like back in the day when no one filled in their brows, and like you look back on pictures, you're like, what were you thinking going out with brows like that? Well, my brows weren't, I mean, they were bad, and really, really thin brows were popular back then. So I had those like really thin brows that were not filled in, but they still looked like not bad. They had an arch somewhat, and now as I get older, for some reason, my brows are just like losing hair. I don't know why, but maybe this is where this will come in. Maybe I'll start applying this on the arch of my brow. Ooh, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll start applying this on the arch of my brow when I go to sleep and see if it sort of brings back the hair back there, because they just never grow. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I have to say that I absolutely love the Ka-Brow Brow Gel. Oh my god, it is so perfect. I don't know why. I think I like it mainly because of the brush. The brush just applies the product so well, even though it's so small, but it's just really precise, and you get that really clean edge on your brow. And because you can put it up top, I know again it can get a little uncomfortable holding this part, but you get the hang of it, and it's amazing. The brush, I personally love the brush. I know a lot of people probably won't use it, but I actually really, really like it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, that'd be right here, as well as down in the description box. And also the list of all the brow products that I use will be down in the description box and linked so you guys can get them. And yeah, I think that should be it. So don't forget to subscribe and share this video and like it and give it a, leave a comment. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!